Hello everyone, I would like to present our research on modeling and forecasting the production potential of renewable energy sources in the context of sustainable development. My name is Roksoliana and I hold a PhD in world economy, work at the European Economy and Business Department at Kyiv National Economic University. Collaborating with my colleagues, we have endeavored to explore a critical nexus of global concern, especially the interplay between energy security and sustainable development, with a specific focus on Ukraine. The Ukrainian energy sector is experiencing a crisis, and the necessity of sustainable development in Ukraine's region, as well as energy independence, stems from the destruction of infrastructure and the consequences of dependency on resources. We need to review this current trend. And the current trend is, of course, to develop renewable energy sources at the regional level, resulting in more decentralized model. The structure of our presentation includes the relevance of renewable energy, the comprehensive review of renewable energy and forecasting models, materials and methods starting hypothesis, results and discussions, and of course conclusions. The relevance of renewable energy is due to a number of significant factors that affect modern society and the near future. The use of renewable energy helps reduce the negative influence on the environment because at the moment the increase in greenhouse gas emissions and other types of pollution causes severe problems such as global warming, rising sea levels, and other bad consequences. Renewable energy provides an opportunity to diversify and decrease our dependency on finite resources, as we observe today that reliance on traditional energy sources, particularly coal and oil, endangers economies and geopolitical stability, potentially leading to war. To prevent wars and other future conflicts over energy supplies, the potential of renewable energy should be chosen, reducing dependence on imported energy carriers. Renewable energy sources are becoming increasingly significant in the context of geopolitical crisis. The financial market is undergoing a change with a primary focus on increasing corporate sustainability and its impact on business strategies. This can be explained by the Paris Agreement, which places huge corporations in the forefront of the fight against climate change. The important also is the role of institutional investors that in driving companies to publish social information and corporate transparency in the renewable energy sector. The development of green economy should begin at the local level because the dynamic linkages between the non-renewable and renewable energy sources and economic growth are developed very fast. There are different, of course, different approaches in literature, and of course, there are many researchers who already investigated the green economy and especially its importance to implement it in the regional level. Various factors influence renewable energy production, development, and potential, including economic, technological, infrastructural, resource, and other considerations. The majority of published studies in the present literature investigates theoretical and empirical correlations. Despite the relationship, there have been very few empirical studies that investigate the relationship between the causality of production and the potential of renewable energy and the factors that determine a country's economic growth, such as export electricity, total final consumption, and total energy supply. So the chosen approach of our research includes system integrity, which is not limited to individual components. Component interaction, especially verification of the cause and effect relationship between the selected variables, and an emphasis on system management to achieve goals, such as optimizing energy production, efficient resource use, waste minimization, and ensuring sustainable development. A systems approach to modeling renewable energy and waste management enables a more thorough and integrated knowledge of energy ecological systems, as well as the development of effective solutions for resource sustainability. We are using the EViews application to model renewable energy production, which is one of the vectors for assuring energy security. And on this slide, you can see the multivariate regression model appears in our research. Renewable energy is a crucial component of ensuring energy security. The use of renewable energy sources allows the country to diversify its energy mix. Instead of relying on scarce resources such as coal or natural gas, which a country may lack or have in limited supply, solar, wind, hydropower, and other renewable sources can be employed. This decreases the risk of energy crisis and helps to provide a more sustainable energy supply chain. In addition, renewable energy is a key strategic method to ensuring the sustainability and securing the country's energy system. And here you can see some benefits of diversifying the energy sources. Globalization has put the world's economies in a new economic context that is linked to the growth of renewable energy sources. However, how specifically and forcefully do the factors influence on the output of renewable energy sources as the vectors of Ukraine's energy security? The answer to this issue can be reached by examining the functional relationship between renewable energy production and the variables being researched. For this purpose, the authors utilize the software product eViews, which enables the generation of results in the form of tables, graphs, and charts. Among the econometric methods available in eViews, we employed descriptive statistic, hypothesis testing, correlation and covariance analysis, regression analysis, forecastings, and pairwise gender causality test to identify the relationship between the production of renewable energy sources and the selected variables. We will use the multivariate regression method. And here you can see the general form of the regression equation in this table. Here we would like to present our results of additional regression analysis, allowing us to examine the impact of chosen variables on renewable energy generation in Ukraine over the 12-year period, 2010 to 2021. And we have some results, especially the expert variable coefficient has a negative impact on renewable energy production, whereas the total final consumption and energy reserves coefficients have a favorable impact. The presence of sufficiently strong connection, no autocorrelation of the residuals, and we have no reason to reject that is, we take it as a basis, and the analysis of the information criteria used in the development of this model revealed that Ekaike and Schwarz indicators are small acceptable values for the model. Here you can see some testing the models of the presence of heteroscedasticity and the quality of the selected variables in the model and its result. And we can say that the multiple regression model predicting development of renewable energy output based on independent factors that was successfully tested. All examinations and testing have confirmed the accuracy of this model for Ukraine, and it means that the equation is statistically significant with a high coefficient of determination. The equation represents an economic mathematical model at a high level of quality, and the model built by the authors is adequate and fully acceptable for forecasting in the future with a deviation of 0.66% from the actual values. So to conclude our research, the authors conducted on renewable energy sources as one of the energy security vectors of Ukraine, especially modeling and projecting their production. We have identified that the presence in a long-term period of factors that affect the total volume of production of renewable energy sources, which is one of the vectors of ensuring energy security, the formation of a balanced and sustainable energy system of Ukraine in conditions of sustainable development. The existence of a strong relationship between the amount of renewable energy production and the total final consumption and the total energy reserve and the correlation coefficients are quite high. The analysis of the coefficients in equation showed an increase in the value of the total consumption variable by 1% should lead to a positive contribution to the production of renewable energy by 0.3%. If the value of total supply increases by 1%, then the value of production will increase by 0.8%. So the modeling and forecasting of renewable energy generation demonstrated a good trend in the context of modern energy security difficulties and a general increase in awareness of environmental pollution problems. This trend, based on Ukraine's experience, demonstrates the active deployment and development of modern renewable energy technologies and increased output of renewable energy sources, including solar, wind, and hydropower, is significant and positive element. So thank you for your attention, and if you have any questions, you can contact us via emails indicated in our article, and we will be happy to continue our discussion.